Welcome back to Crypto Meets AI. Jerry here with an update for you. Do me a favor, friends. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and comment down below. Now let's get into this. Conspiracy or information they don't want you to know. Janet Yellen, back during the pandemic, told the head of the Mint Silver Eagle program to limit production as much as possible without causing a global backlash. Silver and gold prices have been manipulated for decades. It seems like a dirty little secret they want to call a conspiracy, of course. Past 5 years, it has been evident that the conspiracy seems to always be true. Don't believe what they tell you in public because you know they're lying through their teeth.
Fine line between conspiracy and reality. I talk about the Bart Chilton. Here's another one people should watch, and that is a Bix Sweer. His YouTube channel is Road to Root, a wonderful, wonderful man. Love the guy. And he did a 3-part series 2 years ago with a man named Jack Sermon. Jack Sermon is and has been since the beginning of the Mint the guy that runs the Silver Eagle program. He said 2 years ago that his superiors came to him, which would have been Janet Yellen, and said, make the smallest number of Eagles you can make without creating a global backlash. Why do you think Silver Eagle premiums during the pandemic were up to $16 everywhere around the world? Why? I would have paid you 11, 12, 13 over spot for as many as you would sell me. Why? He says that the primary distributors came to him and said, we'll take 36,000, we only gave him 12, or 36 million, we only gave him 12 million. What he is basically saying is that he was told to limit production and distribution of Silver Eagles, yet the law that is in place since the day the Mint was developed in 1986 says that they are by law required to produce as many Silver Eagles as are demanded. And he comes on his show, Jack Sermon, the guy that runs the Eagle program, 3-part interview with Bix. Yeah, I was told not to do that. I almost fell off my chair. So when you talk about conspiracy, reality, where this is going, where the people in power have an idea where this is going, a lot higher than I think the mainstream or your financial advisor will tell you. And it's about time Wall Street and the financial advisors admit they were just flat out wrong. They've been wrong, and yet they still can't do it. It's the devilish blow off top. Well, flip-flop, there's this massive short position that you guys have, you 5 Western U.S. banks. We're going to say it's tariffs. Don't worry, it's only one way. Well, the bars will come back. Just we need to cover. No, we need to reshore. And now we go long. And what happens when there is a failure to deliver? And I've told this story over and over and over again about Bear Stearns and Bart Chilton and his interview on Chris Marcus's podcast and on Andrew Maguire's podcast, where he admits that Bear Stearns largely went bankrupt because silver went to $21. They had the largest short position. And what happened after that with JP Morgan. And the head of the CTFC admits this on these podcasts. But no one talks about those things that are mainstream analysts. They just think we're crazy for saying things like this, yet they keep happening. And I keep getting proven right.
Pretty wild to hear and to see this crap because it seems like almost every facet or every part of our government, it's all corrupt. Nothing but lying, cheating, and stealing, man. Circle CEO Jeremy Allaire envisions a world where he sees the cost of payments trends to zero.
Over time, the cost of storing and moving money around kind of goes to zero, just like the cost of moving data or publishing software goes to zero. And so in that future world and where AI agents are doing the money movement, it's going to be hard to know exactly what the payment business model is over that period of time. But everybody has to participate in the technology.
Not everyone agrees we're that close. That JP Morgan says is years away, right? Analysts there where Visa thinks it's near term.
It's a question of how fast this scales, right? Is this, as Secretary Bessent says, is this going to be $3 or $4 trillion of stable coins blanketing the world in the next 3 or 4 years, or is it going to be a trillion dollars of stable coins? And how much is that like woven into the whole financial system? We take a somewhat conservative view on that when we talk about our own.
Payment systems will be running on blockchain controlled by autonomous AI agents. When Ripple, XRP, and Hedera HBAR stand next to world leaders like President Trump in Davos to discuss crypto, tokenized finance, energy networks, and global identity, it's not just a panel. It's proof that crypto infrastructure is being integrated at the top. Not someday, right now. You can fade narratives, but you can't fade access. XRP and HBAR are already taking over. And let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys believe a traditional bank could survive a $7 billion withdrawal in 24 hours? I would say hell no, it would collapse and go belly up. CZ explains how Binance handled exactly that, totaling $14 billion in a week without a hitch. The efficiency and transparency of the crypto ecosystem continues to outpace the legacy financial world. The shift to digital assets is more about just tech. It's about unparalleled resilience.
in December 2023, in one day, there was maximum withdrawal of $7 billion US equivalent of assets from Binance.com. No issues. In that week, there was a few days before that, it was up like, couple hundred million, a billion, and then 7 billion, and then a billion. In that week, total $14 billion US worth of assets got withdrawn from the platform. No issues. In a bank, I don't know of any bank that can handle that.
There isn't any bank that can handle that type of withdrawal all at once in one day. Plain and simple. There's not one bank that can handle that. At least not one traditional bank. Next up, XRP just hit extreme fear, and that's exactly when it gets interesting. XRP is down roughly 19% since January 5th, and the sentiment has collapsed into extreme fear. Retail is pessimistic, confidence is thin, expectations are low. Historically, this is not where tops form. This is where asymmetric moves begin. Markets tend to move opposite to consensus. When fear is extreme, weekends have already gone. Liquidity thins, and even the modest demand can drive sharp reversals. This is how violent rallies are born. Nothing fundamental about XRP's long-term positioning has changed. Infrastructure is still being built. Institutional rails are still forming. Regulation continues to move in XRP's favor. Price reflects emotion in the short term. Structure wins in the long term. Extreme fear is rarely a signal to panic. It's usually a signal that positioning is already crowded on the wrong side. Something important was said at Davos, and it should not be ignored. At the World Economic Forum, Robin Vance stated it plainly: we're bullish on digital assets. This is not a crypto startup talking. This is BNY Mellon, America's oldest bank, overseeing more than $2 trillion in assets, publicly committing to the direction of on-chain finance. What makes this statement even more significant is BNY is already working with Ripple and a long-standing partner. BNY serves as primary reserve custodian for RLUSD and is actively collaborating on tokenization infrastructure. This is not theory. It's production level finance being wired into digital rails.
We're excited. We're excited about AI. We're excited about digital assets. We're excited about innovation. We're excited about our people. And all of that is for serving our customers. And so you can feel that in the halls of the company today. And that's a fun thing.
NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang just revealed he's manufacturing $500 billion worth of AI computing systems inside the United States of America, crediting President Trump. I'm really grateful for his policies. This is huge for America.
Well, we've started in a very big way. Without President Trump and his strategies, we wouldn't be here today. And so I'm really grateful for all of his policies and encouraging Taiwan and TSMC to build here in the United States. In the next several years, over the course of the next 3 more years, we're going to manufacture approximately $500 billion worth of AI computing systems here in the United States. So it's just an incredible thing. The partnership with TSMC and Taiwan, it's great for Taiwan. It expands the Taiwan footprint into the United States. It's fantastic for them. It's, of course, incredible for the United States. Creates lots and lots of jobs. Now, the ecosystem and building up all of these fabs is probably going to take several years. Within a decade, there's no question we'll be in there.
We are in a global AI and crypto war. If we do not front run and lead the world in crypto and AI, America will not remain the dominant force in the world. Well, that's what I have for you folks. Until next time, stay savvy, stay stacking, and I'll catch you in the next one. If you enjoyed this, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and comment down below. And if you want more crypto deep dives, check out our videos right here on Crypto Meets AI. Thank you for watching. Remember to always do your own research. This is not financial advice.